Andrea is the president of the LUNGevity Foundation and a member of its board of directors. Andrea came to LUNGevity through its merger with Protect Your Lungs, an organization that she and her family started to fund lung cancer research following her mother's death from lung cancer in 2008. In her role as president of LUNGevity, Andrea is responsible for setting and executing the strategic direction of the organization and its science programs. Before the merger, Andrea founded and built Protect Your Lungs, an organization dedicated to funding research into the early detection of lung cancer. Andrea was instrumental in building PYL's Scientific Advisory Board and establishing its funding process, both of which followed her to the new LUNGevity organization. Please welcome Congressman Ed Whitfield and Andrea Ferris.
Thank you, Katerina, and thank all of you for giving me the opportunity to participate in this event this evening. I genuinely appreciate it. All of the programs that have been discussed tonight are designed to touch lives, to lend a helping hand. My mother-in-law came down with lung cancer when she was 80 years old. Now, she was very feisty and she was energetic, and she lived for 3 years after she was diagnosed with lung cancer. And I always remember that she read a lot of magazines, booklets, periodicals about cancer because she talked about they give me hope. And I also know that she went to Vassar, she majored in drama, and she loved to go to movies and watch TV programs. And she talked frequently about the strong message that movies and TV programs can have on people. And so for that reason, I know that she would be particularly proud of LUNGevity and Dee Dee. She would be particularly proud of the PRISM Awards, the Arts, the Entertainment Council, and Brian. And she would be proud of all of you because she would want to thank you for helping, and she would want to thank you for the hope that you give. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Congressman Whitfield, for joining us tonight and for sharing your story with us. Having support such as yours is critical to raising awareness about the country's #1 cancer killer, as we've heard tonight, and educating the nation about the actions that we need to take to bring an end to this terrible disease. And good evening to all of you. On behalf of LUNGevity Foundation and the 1 in 14 Americans affected by lung cancer, we greatly appreciate being part of tonight's showcase. Thank you to the Entertainment Industry Council for understanding the need for broader public awareness of lung cancer, and to the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration for sharing this very valuable platform with us for reaching a very broad public. It's our hope that the PRISM Award relays the urgency for lung cancer research, that it dissolves the stigma that unfortunately surrounds the disease, and that it contributes to developing the national conversation, which is so vital to do for lung cancer. To our host, Katerina Scorsoni, thank you for your participation tonight and for representing entertainers who have used their roles to bring attention to very deserving illnesses. Thank you. We join together with the other lung cancer organizations in supporting the Lung Cancer Mortality Reduction Act, which Congressman Whitfield is part of as well. It really sets a goal for reducing the lung cancer deaths. Lung cancer currently kills more Americans than breast, prostate, colorectal, leukemia, and melanoma cancers combined, as you've heard. And not too many people know that. It usually comes as a shock when you tell people that twice as many women die of lung cancer than die of breast cancer, or twice as many men die of lung cancer than prostate cancer. And that's why the Entertainment Industry Council and this platform is a great vehicle for being able to increase that education and that awareness. LUNGevity Foundation has grown the largest grassroots networks in the lung cancer community, and we hope that everyone here tonight particularly our members of Congress, join us in support of this very important legislation. LUNGevity's vision for the future is a world where nobody dies of lung cancer. This is not something that we simply wish to happen, but we are actively working to achieve. LUNGevity is the largest lung cancer nonprofit funder of critical research in the nation. Our foundation has a world-class science advisory board chaired by Dr. Pierre who is lost somewhere in this building trying to find this room right now. He was actually at an NCI meeting, and he is on his way here to be with us. But Dr. Massione from Vanderbilt and other members of our board ensure that the millions of dollars that we raise fund only the most promising lung cancer research and the most impactful. LUNGevity places such an emphasis on research because, simply put, scientific discovery saves lives, and we've seen that in other cancers. Currently, only 16% of people diagnosed with lung cancer survive 5 years past their diagnosis because it is diagnosed so late. It's usually diagnosed in stage 4, and that's something that we need to change. It's an unacceptable figure. We must fund research that provides patients with the hope of earlier detection and better treatments. Lung cancer is a disease that concerns all of us. It strikes indiscriminately. As was stated earlier, my mother was diagnosed with lung cancer in 2006, despite having quit smoking 16 years prior to her diagnosis. She was vigilant about annual physicals, chest x-rays, and yet it was still diagnosed stage 4. At the time of her diagnosis, my family and I did not know much about lung cancer, much like many of you, perhaps, and many of the public. But needless to say, we did receive a crash course in the disease, and it was not a pleasant one. My mother loved life and loved her family above all else. She was given only 6 to 8 months to live at the time of her diagnosis, but she submitted herself to any clinical trial that was available and any treatment available, and lasted with us for 21 months. After her death, it inspired my family, myself, to begin our lifelong mission to put an end to lung cancer. Kathy Smith. Kathy Smith, who's right here, who we're happy to have here with us tonight, it also exemplifies how unpredictable lung cancer can be. Kathy was diagnosed with lung cancer a month after her 29th birthday. The disease came as a shock, especially as she was so young and a non-smoker. And she's unfortunately not unique in that description. There are many, many people out there like Kathy who are in this situation. It is not an old smoker, old white man smoker disease. It affects all of us. The cancer was so aggressive that the doctors had to remove Kathy's left lung. Sorry, Kathy, you told me her story for you. But she stands here tonight not only as a lung cancer survivor, but a triathlete who completed a triathlon earlier this summer with just one lung. An inspiration to us all. We are so glad to have Kathy with us, but unfortunately, too many wonderful people are succumbing to lung cancer, and they're doing so at an alarming rate. Every year, approximately 160,000 Americans die from lung cancer. That's approximately 435 people a day, which is equivalent to a jumbo jet falling out of our skies every single day of the year. And yet it has been an ignored disease. Our nation, beginning with every one of us in this room, needs to join the national conversation about lung cancer, to educate others about the disease, who it affects, and what we must do to stop it. We must also ensure that scientific research has the opportunity to fulfill its potential. Tremendous hope lies within what science can bring, but we must fund it and we must support it. LUNGevity is committed to this fight, and we hope that you will join us in that. Thank you.